What's up, guys? Texter here with another look at some of the figures we're going to read. Today we're looking at the Master Universe Despara figure from Maddie Collections. Maddie Create is it Maddie Creations? Maddie Collector? Maddie Mattel Creations. What am I saying? Anyway, another deal breaker here. I got this girl for $8. I did that whole series. I got her, Stingor, and I got She-Ra. But I don't think I'm going to open She-Ra. I think I'm gonna leave her there. But man, I remember, God, I feel I don't feel bad. Well, not that I feel bad. I just feel like sometimes you just wait and see what happens, and see if you get a figure at a good price. And like I said, my eyes were on her. As also, was it Huntra? I forgot her name. There's another figure that Shivra. I don't forget her name, but she was another one I was eyeing, but I didn't know nothing about her, so I didn't grab her. But anyway, I grabbed her. $8. Seriously, that's how figures should cost these days. Anyway, so as you can see, she basically is a exclusive to Mattel Creations. As you can see, she comes in that blister card packaging, and it's basically repackaging. So if you wanted to put her back, you can. So yeah, there you got the standard packaging here. I mean, of course, the artwork is the same as the other Masters Origins figures, but of course, you got Despara here. Yeah, and this is a new character from my understanding. I think this is someone that they came out during the comic books a few years ago. She was done in the classics version. I do have her. But in terms of classics, He-Man, no, this was never released or never mentioned. So something different. Of course, this is Adora, She-Ra. So we'll get a closer look at her. And, all right, as you can see, the packaging in the back. So yeah, I mean, I read the comic, or I read the digital comic, and she basically was a general for Hordak. Captain Adora, basically. But instead of just making her like in the cartoon, it was just Adora. She was Captain Adora. Of course, she is the twin sister of He-Man, and she was kidnapped, and she was basically meant to serve the Horde. So now in the comic books, they basically made her an outfit and made her a lethal person to fight. And here in this artwork, she's fighting some dude. I think it's probably that 4-pack that came out, but I didn't get it. Like I said, my interest in Master Universe is slowly going away. Not because I'm not into it. I just think it's way too much. And of course, they got to make money. So they're popping out different characters, which is cool, but still, I mean, I'm good. I'm good with my core. And now that I collect a lot of Mondo and Masterverse, I don't need to get everybody. But anyway, let's get this girl out of the packaging and get a closer look at Despara from Mattel Creations. All right, here's Despara out of the packaging. Looking pretty cool. I mean, for $8, I mean, it looks great, right? Gotta save that money. Anyway, so they get a closer look. So this is basically her mask, which looks really menacing. It looks, of course, like Hordak, and that's the point. The only thing I could say, I would like maybe some more highlights, maybe a little blacks or something in there, just to bring it out a little bit more, because it look a little plain. I like the eyes on it and the teeth, But when you pop it off, you have her face, which looks nice. They kind of went a little bit intense on the black. It looks like she got beat up a little bit. Maybe Hordak be slapping her around. Hey, just kidding. Love the hair on it. But it looks nice. I like the way that does look. She looks really cool. Then down here, you got the bodysuit, the body armor on the blacks and the grays. Looks really good. They did a good job with this. And then on the back, you have where you can put the 2 swords, and then you got this cool red cape, in the plastic. But still, it looks really good. I mean, actually, no, I'm really liking this. This looks really, really neat. So, of course, it comes with that mask, and, like I said, it could have been a little bit more, just a little bit more highlighted on it. Just a little bit more detail. but you know, it is Origins line. So anyway, so she does come with these 2 swords, and we've seen these before, I believe, from Trapjaw and all that, just in the black, which looks really neat. And like I said, you can put them back here, so that's cool. I love weapon storage, and it does overlap, so it doesn't, you know, that looks really cool. So yeah, and then she also comes with a comic book. So cool. Really neat. All right, so let's go ahead and get my final thoughts on the Mattel Creations Despara from the Masters Universe Origins line. All right, here are my final thoughts on Despara. Unfortunately, my little turning table had an accident and basically broke, and I'm gonna have to get a new one. So we're just gonna do just a head-on shot, you know. But anyway, my final thoughts on her, she is actually pretty cool. I'm actually very much impressed with her. Especially the way she looks right here. I like her look, you know, it looks nice. You know, just a couple of nitpicks, just tiny nitpicks. You know, one, I think the mask should have had a little bit more highlights on it just to pop it out more. Less mascara or less makeup on the eyes, because it does look like she got beat up a little bit, but she looks good and actually very much impressive. Another thing I noticed is these swords are pretty big for her. So, but I'm glad that I got her. And like I said, like I've been slowing down on He-Man. Well, not on the Mondo side, but or the Masterverse side. Well, who am I kidding? I'm never gonna stop collecting Master Universe. But in terms of the Origins, like I kind of like you know, usually like I grab everything right away. I get them right away, boom, boom, boom. But I waited, and I'm glad I did, because $8. Seriously, this figure I think was retail for $20, I think, or $25, if I remember. They discounted it, and then they did that 30% off. Heck yeah! So I'm glad that I was able to grab her at a good price. She looks awesome. I like her. I really do. I think, you know, she's gonna be really cool in my little tiny display of these figures. Like I said, I am overwhelmed with a lot of the other figures. So, you know, but anyway, yeah, she is awesome. She's a good guy. I hope you got her also at that price, because like I said, $8, I'm telling you. And I think she's still up on sale for Mattel Creations. Not sure if I think she's still discounted, but of course you can't get that 30% off. But I think I saw a code for another discount, so maybe you can get her cheaper. All right, so what do you guys think? Do you guys collect? Do you have her on your collection? Let me know in the comments, and until next time, we will see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.